Wanda was a quiet girl living with her parents and younger brother in an abandoned house at the edge of town. The house, once a grand mansion, now stood as a decaying remnant of its former glory. The family had moved there out of necessity, hoping to escape financial troubles. Little did they know, the house held secrets of its own. One chilly autumn night, Wanda was stirred from her sleep by the sound of whispering. The voices seemed to drift from the walls, faint yet unnerving. She tiptoed out of her room, the wooden floorboards creaking under her slight weight. As she treaded cautiously through the shadowed hallway, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. Her heart pounded like a drum in her chest. Suddenly, the old grandfather clock in the foyer struck midnight, its chime echoing ominously. Wanda froze, her breath visible in the cold, eerie air. She felt a presence behind her, cold and menacing. Turning around slowly, she was met with an empty hallway. Or so it seemed. Behind her, a mirror reflected a shadow not her own. It loomed taller, darker, with glowing red eyes. She stumbled back, a scream caught in her throat. Waking her family, they gathered close, their fear palpable. But the terror had just begun. Doors slammed shut on their own, windows rattled violently, and cold gusts of air swept through the rooms. Wanda's younger brother clung to their mother, tears streaming down his face. As the house seemed to close in on them, the whispers turned into guttural growls, filling the air with a sense of dread. Desperation set in, and Wanda's father decided they needed to leave the house immediately. But as they tried to escape, the front door refused to budge. It was as though the house had gained a malevolent will of its own. Wanda noticed an old, dusty book sitting on a mantelpiece. Drawn to it, she opened the crackling pages to find a story of a family's curse. The illustrations bore an uncanny resemblance to her own family. Gathering her courage, Wanda read aloud the incantation written in the book. A gust of wind whipped through the room, the growls rising to a deafening crescendo before abruptly stopping. An eerie silence followed. The front door slowly creaked open, as if relinquishing its hold. The family rushed out, never looking back. As they stood outside, gasping for breath, Wanda glanced back one last time. She could swear she saw the ominous red eyes watching from the window. Whispers floated on the wind, promising they would meet again. Wanda's terror night was a night they would forever remember. A night when an abandoned house became a living nightmare,